Today we're going to be making a Reuben in the style of the Deconstructed dish from the Festival of Arts at Epcot. I'm going to start with some corned beef. I went the easy way, picked up corned beef that's already seasoned from the store. I got this from Sam's Club. You could certainly take your own brisket and put spices in it like coriander and allspice and bay leaves and all those other spices that go into corned beef. But I think the easiest thing is just to go to the store and pick the one up that's already ready to go. Because if you do it yourself, it's going to take about 7 days to kind of pickle the meat. So recommend going to the store and getting your own. So we're going to be doing this in a pressure cooker today. We got our meat ready. Our corned beef briskets ready to go in the pressure cooker. Got the pressure cooker on saute, so hopefully it'll do a little sizzling right here. Gonna give it a quick turn. Gonna add a little bit of water. About 3 or 4 cups of water. Gonna add our spices. These spices came with the corned beef. There's some allspice, some fennel, coriander seeds in there. Some chopped up bay leaves. I'm just going to throw that in there as well. I got the corned beef in our pressure cooker. You could do it a couple different ways. You could do it in a pressure cooker. You could put it in a pot of water with a lid, or you could put it in a slow cooker. If you do it in a slow cooker, it's going to take about 10 hours. And if you put it in a pot with water with a lid, it's going to take about an hour a pound. And the one that I had was about 3 pounds, so that'd be about 3 hours. In the pressure cooker, it should only take about 50 minutes to an hour, and it should be good to go. And then we're going to slice that corned beef up. Again, like I said, we're going to make this in the style of the Deconstructed dish. If you've ever visited Festival of the Arts, which is one of my personal favorite festivals at Epcot, over there at the Deconstructed dish, they have a deconstructed Reuben. So we're going to try to do that the best we can today. Make it into a sandwich, but we'll also kind of try to plate it up like they do at Epcot as well. I'm going to make a deconstructed Thousand Island sauce here in just a few minutes. We're going to get some Brussels sprouts just like they had at this past year's festival. And we're going to put all that together with a little Swiss cheese and a little bit of our corned beef that we're making on some rye bread. I think it's going to be excellent, and it's going to take you right back to Festival of the Arts. And if you couldn't make it to the Festival of the Arts this year, or if you haven't been in a while, or if you've never been, give this recipe a try. I think you'll really enjoy it. All right, we're going to make our deconstructed Russian dressing or Thousand Island dressing. Just kind of similar to how they do it at Epcot. So we're going to start off with a little bit of oil. I like using avocado oil. You can use the oil of your choice. You like olive oil, go right ahead. I'm going to start with about 1/4 cup of that, and then we'll adjust as we go forward. Next thing I'm going to do is grate an onion. I've got about half an onion, but it was a pretty small onion. So if you got a big onion, maybe about 1/4 of an onion. On this channel, I talk a lot about kind of doing things to your own preference. So, if you don't like a lot of onion, or if you like more onion, you're more than welcome to add more to it. But for this particular dressing, I think that's enough. Add about 3 dashes of hot sauce, maybe 4. About a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. We're going to add in some chili sauce, ketchup style chili sauce. About a 1/4 cup of that. This is really this is going to be the body of your sauce, this chili sauce. Add just a little bit of horseradish. We're going to add about a tablespoon or so. Horseradish can be a little spicy, so don't add too much if you're not interested in spice. We're going to add just a little bit of sweet paprika. All right, we're going to give that a mix. Mix that up really well. At the Deconstructed dish, all those classic recipes like the Reuben are kind of broken down into different forms, so it's not just a sandwich, it's kind of the different parts of the sandwich. And one of the things that is a little bit different about the sauce that I've noticed is that at Deconstructed dish, you know, a traditional Thousand Island or horseradish is going to have mayonnaise in it, but it appears to be a little bit more oily. So I think in that sense, that's the deconstructed part of the sauce. It's that the mayonnaise has kind of been broken down. You know, mayonnaise is basically just eggs and oil. So they've kind of broken that down, deconstructed that part of the sauce. So we've just added oil into our sauce. We add just a little bit of salt and pepper to our sauce. Teaspoon or so of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Again, we're going to mix that up. As you're cooking, always give everything a taste. So that is really, really good, just like it is. I think the key here is the onion that we grated, the freshness of that onion, the acidity really kind of breaking through the sauce, the oil, the paprika, the chili sauce is really, really prominent there. If you want it a little spicier, totally up to you. You can add a little bit more of the hot sauce, or you can add a little bit more of the horseradish. I think the proportions we've used here is the best. But again, just kind of make it to your own liking. Either way, as long as you use the ingredients that we just used, it's going to come out pretty similar to what I've got here. Yours just might be a little spicier or maybe a little less spicy. We've got our corned beef brisket in the pressure cooker. It's coming along. It's got about another 45 minutes. We've got our sauce. I'm going to throw that in the refrigerator, kind of let it meld together so that when we build our sandwich, it's going to be a lot better. We've got some rye bread. We've got some Swiss cheese. We're getting ready to go. We're getting ready to have that deconstructed Reuben from Deconstructed dish at Epcot. The next thing I'm going to start working on is I've got some Brussels sprouts. I've just taken those Brussels sprouts, we've just cut them in half, put some salt and pepper on them. We're going to throw those in the oven at about 400 for about 25 minutes. Right here, we're going to go ahead and cut up our corned beef. Slice it as thinly as you can. All right, we're all ready to make up our deconstructed Reuben from Epcot's Festival of the Arts. We have another member of the castle crew here. This is Zach. Zach, you must tell everyone hello.
Good day to you, friends. Looking forward to trying some of this delicious food.
So Zach's here, just going to kind of help us out with our plating. All right, I've got my piece of rye bread. I've cut in a nice circle just to kind of make it look like it does at Epcot. So cookie cutter, whatever you want to use, no big deal. I'm going to take a piece of cheese, Swiss cheese, and I'm going to kind of fold it on top of our bread, and I'm actually going to go with just one little extra piece here.
Daniel knows I'm a cheese guy, so
He is a big cheese.
big cheese. Big cheese.
I'm going to try to make this look as good as we can. All right. At this year's festival, they, instead of a sauerkraut, they used Brussels sprouts. So I've got some Brussels sprouts to put on the side. If you went to Epcot, you would only get one Brussels sprout. Because you're making it at home, you can put as many as you want on there.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. We've got a little bit of that deconstructed Thousand Island deconstructed Russian dressing. Just going to kind of put it around the outside, kind of like you would get at Festival of the Arts. Looking good so far. You need some of that delicious corned beef brisket that we have. So I'm going to actually going to find a couple pieces that are going to roll up nicely, because this year's presentation, it was all rolled up. That was the presentation. So of course we're going to try to make it as close as possible as we can. Alright, so there you have it. We have our deconstructed Reuben from Deconstructed Dish at Epcot's Festival of the Arts. This is our take on it. We're going to let Zach give it a try. I have not tasted it at all, so hopefully it is good. Get you a knife and fork up. All right, so Zach's going to give it a try. It's all his.
All right. Let's see if I can get a little bit of everything in this bite here. I'm gonna grab a little bit of cheese, some of that meat, dip into the sauce there. Brussels sprout on.
However you want to. Brussels sprout is deconstructed, so you reconstruct it however you want.
I'm going to spear it right there on the end of it and give it a try. Ooh, as I throw one of the Brussels sprouts across the rim. That's good. That's just good.
Good. Let me get a fork. Get a little bit of this as well.
Dig in.
Get a little bit of this as well. Now, we put I put the Swiss cheese on bottom to help it melt a little bit with that hot corned beef on top.
I tell you, I really like that sauce on the end there. It's a good finish for your bite, you know.
The sauce is delicious. The more sauce, the better, I think. But the Brussels sprout really kind of gives you the sauerkraut taste. You can add a little bit of vinegar to it if you'd like. I'm not big into. I don't like sauerkraut that much. I really enjoyed. I went to the festival this year. I really enjoyed the addition of the Brussels sprout. It was almost pickled on the side. It was really good. But I think you'll enjoy this with the rye bread. We've got the Swiss cheese. We've got the corned beef that we did. That was already kind of pre-brined and pre-seasoned. We did that in our pressure cooker for 1 hour. Turned out great. It was about a 3-pound piece of meat. We made our deconstructed Thousand Island dressing, and we put some Brussels sprouts on the side for the sauerkraut. I think it's great. I think you're going to love it. Again, if you like the content on this channel, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and go ahead and click on that little bell in the corner for the notifications so you can get new recipes as we come out with them. And if there's something that you'd like us to make, or if there's something you'd like us to recreate, go ahead and put that in the comments section down below. Until next time, have a great day.